Welcome to day 87 of our school year. Alright, so let's get down our beginning fraction. Our denominator is 180 because we have a total of 180 school days. And we are on day 87. Okay, let's go ahead and get down the factors of our numerator. Our numerator is 87. Two factors we always know are 1 and the number itself. Using the commutative property of multiplication, we can write it down as 87 times 1. Now we're going to go through our divisibility rules in order so that we don't miss any possible factors. So after 1 we try 2. The rule for 2 is that it ends in an even number. 7 is odd, so that means 2 is not a factor. And if 2 is not a factor, no even number will be. So we only need to check odd numbers now. So the next odd number is 3. We add the digits together. 8 plus 7 is 15. 15 is a multiple of 3, so 3 is a factor. 3 times 29, 29 times 3. Okay, now we try 5. The rule for 5 is that it ends in a 0 or 5. It ends in a 7, so 5 is not a factor. We try 7. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63, 70, 77, 84, 91. 87 is not in that list, so 7 is not a factor. We try 9. 9 has the same rule as 3. We add the digits together. We get 15. 15 is not a multiple of 9, so 9 is not a factor. We try 11. 11, 22, 33, 44, 55, 66, 77, 88. 87 is not in that list, so 11 is not a factor. I'm going to check to see if 29 may be prime, because if it is, it's not going to break down anymore. So let's see. Yes, 29 is prime. So we are done. We found all our factors. Let's go ahead and write them from least to greatest. So we have 1, 3, 29, 87. We have 4 factors, which is more than 2 factors, so it is composite. Now we have to find our greatest common factor. So let's start with 87. Keep your shaded separated from your unshaded. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 83 plus 4 is 87. We have a remainder of 6, so that means that 87 is not our greatest common factor. Okay, let's make our groups of 29. Okay, make sure you have 29 in each group. They do not have to look like mine, but do keep your shaded separate from your unshaded. I'm going to use decomposition to help me. 1 plus 20 is 21, plus 8 more is 29. 2 plus 20 is 22, plus 7 more is 29. 3 plus 20 is 23, plus 6 is 29. 4 plus 20 is 24, plus 5 is 29. 5 plus 20 plus 4 is 29, and we have 6 left over. We have a remainder of 6, so that means 29 is not a factor. I can divide by 29, but then I have a remainder, and we don't want any remainders for factors. Now let's try 3. Okay, your groups of 3 do not have to look like mine. Just make sure there's 3 in each and that you keep your shaded separated from your unshaded. Three did work. There's no remainder, so 3 is our greatest common factor. Now let's find out how many total groups of 3 we have. So each of my rows has 3 in each, and then here I can add that column after. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36, 39, 42, 45, 48, 51, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. 60 total groups. We have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29 shaded in. All right. Now that we've done our division with our model, let's go ahead and use our algorithm. We're using our partial quotients. We're dividing 180 into groups of 3 and 87 into groups of 3. We always use the same divisor because we're putting everything into the same amount of groups. Okay, let's see. Let's try 3 times 50. I'm pretty good at my 5s and my 10s. The placeholder moves it over a place. 5 times 3 is 15. This is less, so it can work. If it was greater, I'd have to try a different number. Numbers the same, zeros a game. More on top, no need to stop. Okay, 10 times 3 is 30. Numbers the same, zeros a game. Add our partial quotients. 50 plus 10 is 60. Okay, here, let's do 10 times 3 is 30. More on top, no need to stop. More on top, no need to stop. 10 times 3 is 30. More on top, no need to stop. More on top, no need to stop. 5 times 3 is 15. More on top, no need to stop. More on top, no need to stop. 4 times 3 is 12. Numbers the same, zeros a game. Add these up. 10, 20, 25, plus 9, 26, 27, 28, 29. Okay, now we need to check our division. Do that with using our inverse operations. Divisor times quotient plus remainder. Divisor times quotient plus remainder. Since our remainder is 0 for each of these, and the identity property of addition says when you add 0, it stays the same, we don't need to actually add the 0. 3 groups of 0 is 0. 3 groups of 6 tens is 18 tens. 3 groups of 9 is 27. 3 groups of 2 tens is 6 tens plus 2 more tens is 8 tens. 87, that matches our dividend, so that checks. 180, that matches our dividend, so that checks. So that means the numerator is definitely 29 and the denominator is definitely 60. All right, let's go ahead and fill in our data collection page. Okay, we are in trimester 2, week 6. Today is 12, 18, 19, and our fraction for today is 29/60. Okay, let's go ahead and get out our number line. We did groups of 3. Okay. So we have 23/60ths, 24/60ths. Well, that's equivalent to 18/45ths, to 12/30ths, to 8/20ths, to 36/90ths, to 6/15ths, and our simplest form, 2/5ths. Okay, we also have 25/60ths, which is equivalent to 15/36, and 5/12ths is our simplest form. Then we have 26/60ths, which is equivalent to 13/30ths, which is the simplest form, and 39/90ths. We have 27/60ths, which is equivalent to 9/20ths. That's our simplest form, or equivalent fraction in those terms. 28/60ths, okay, that is equivalent to 7/15ths. That's our simplest form, and 42/90ths. And then today, 29/60ths. There's no lines lined up below it, so this is our simplest form, or equivalent fraction in lowest terms. Okay, go ahead and put your number line away, erase your worksheet, and thank you for joining me.